Yo, what's up? This is Elder Sarah, and welcome back to my channel where I like to talk about all things spooky, scary, and have a little bit of fun. Yesterday, we got two brand new Halloween Horror Nights speculation maps for both coasts, Orlando and Hollywood. That's right, boys and ghouls, it is finally time to enter the official speculation season for Halloween Horror Nights. Tickets are bound to be announced soon, the haunted houses are going to start trickling out, and between now and August, we're going to have so much to talk about here on the channel. And today, we've definitely got some big surprises. This definitely shakes everything up and turns a lot on its head. A lot of the leads that we've been following on this channel have come to fruition, and some of them have changed a little bit as they do. But today we're going to be going over both of these spec maps and talking about some of the comments that I've seen about them floating around on the internet. So without teasing you any further, let's just jump into this thing, shall we? So here it is, our Horror Nights Nightmares Halloween Horror Nights spec map version 1. Our first official one. We got one at the end of last year with that Christmas themed map, but this is our first actual Halloween Horror Nights speculation map. And we got maps for both coasts at that. Now, as we look around this thing, there's a lot to talk about here, clearly. It's looking a lot different from the last one we got. But let's do what we always do and go clockwise around this thing, analyzing all these little icons and trying to figure out what we can. We're gonna start over on the Orlando map with Soundstage 23A. Now here we got what appears to be a ship sailing on the open seas. There's been a lot of debate about what this could be. Some people think that this could be a pirates-themed haunted house coming to Horror Nights this year, while others think that maybe it could be centered around Vikings. Either way, both of these ideas sound like a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see how they bring this to life. Moving up to Soundstage 22, we've got this little thumbs up symbol, and with all the information that we have so far and what we have present in this picture, I think it's safe to assume that this is probably going to be Fallout. Fallout's been rumored to be coming to Halloween Horror Nights for a little while now. At the beginning of spec season, we thought for sure The Last of Us Part 2 would be getting another house, but as things developed, that rumor slowly transformed into that of Fallout. While not your run-of-the-mill horror franchise, there's a lot of really crazy things that they can bring to life from this video game series. The whole thing takes place in a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland, and there's all kind of mutated monsters walking around. In Soundstage 23B, we have another one that I know that people are very excited for. The image shows a film cell with 5 slots in it, dripping with blood. A lot of people are saying that this one right here has to be Scream. Developing from a rumor originally about a little ghosty guy with some lights on the first spec map, we've had a lot of interesting ideas on what this spot right here could be. At one time, it was hotly anticipated that this could be a WWE-themed Bray Wyatt house, but now things are looking a little bit more like it's going to be Scream. Scream is a franchise that people have been dying to have come to HHN for as long as I can remember. There have been a few close calls with us almost actually getting it at the event, but every time it just seemed to fall through. Hopefully this time we can make it work and bring this thing to life. I know people are going to be dying to get into the park to see this haunted house. Moving up to Soundstage 24B, we have yet another original house to speculate on. And this image here is wild. We've got some kind of a demon, angel wings, crossed scythes, and a city in a circle. I honestly have no idea what this could be, but it looks really, really cool. Real quick, I just got to talk about this post that I saw on Reddit because I thought that this comment was interesting. This speculation is a little bit unlikely, but I like the comment. What are the odds that Soundstage 24B is alluding to Terra Cruentus and the Terra Queen? While very unlikely, we thought that we'd get a little bit more Terra Cruentus at HHN 30. She did get her very own scare zone, and part of her lore is that she's supposed to come back every 15 years, so I'm not 100% sure if that really fits in here, but hey, shouts out to the Terra Queen. Moving on to Soundstage 25, we've got a ghost in a magnifying glass. I personally am under the assumption that this right here is a dead ringer for something or anything from the Conjuring universe. We've been talking for a while now about how the Conjuring should and could be coming to the event. Last year, they had a Conjuring haunted house over at Six Flags, and it didn't really meet up to HHN standards, let's just say. Some people are saying that this is the perfect opportunity for Halloween Horror Nights to really hit back and show who's the dominant IP brand when it comes to haunted houses. It's unknown if this is going to be from just one of the Conjuring films or if this is going to be a mashup of a bunch of different movies, taking all of the different stories that they've collected over the years and turning them into almost a Horrors of Blumhouse kind of deal. I'm excited to see as more rumors develop and inside leaks come out. In the Fast and Furious building this year, we've got a camera. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think that this right here may actually be Five Nights at Freddy's. If you've been following the spec on this channel here, then you know that I have pretty much said that Five Nights at Freddy's is not coming to the event this year. And I honestly have no other rumors or information that make me think that it is, but this little camera thing here, I mean, come on. It's a dead given that this is associated with the franchise. At the very least, Horror Night Nightmares are teasing us here. I've seen other people say that maybe this camera could be talking about Megan Megan 2, being that at the end of the first Megan, the little camera came on to show that she was still alive or whatever, but I'm not quite sure. I'll let you guys duke this one out in the comments. Okay, so yes, it does seem like Five Nights at Freddy's may be coming to the event. At least that's what Horror Night Nightmares is teasing here for sure. And I put a lot of stock into what these guys say. I mean, they normally get it pretty right. Now granted, they're not outright saying that Five Nights at Freddy's is coming to the event, but this camera, I mean, come on, man. This definitely goes against a lot of the leads that I've been hearing throughout the year, so maybe they're pulling a fast one on us. Maybe it's not actually Five Nights, but you know what? For today, let's let the Five Nights at Freddy fans have a victory and say that this is probably what it's gonna be. I don't know though. Let me know in the comments down below what else you think this security camera might be standing for on the spec map. Moving down to the T3 building, we have another original and one that nobody really has any answers for. Of the next 4 houses we're going to talk about here, including this one, only one of them is said to be an IP, and the other 3 are all kind of in contention for what we're thinking we're getting from the Slaughter Sinema Part 2 inspired house. Some people are saying that maybe this book right here with the little snowflakes could be an indicator of the Killer Kringles coming, giving us a Christmas-themed haunted house in October. One thing that we don't need to speculate on too much is that this fire icon is back on the map, and we all know that that means we're getting another returning of Nightmare Fuel. The Nightmare Fuel show is very divisive. You either love it or you hate it. But something about the fact that it takes getting there 45 minutes before the show even lets in to get seated, it tells me that they're not having any problems with the show staying at the event. It's very, very demanded and it's very, very loved. But if you're not a Nightmare Fuel fan, or if you're somebody that thinks that we need more at the event, then don't freak out just yet. We're gonna touch on that later. Moving down to T4, we've got the garbage bags, and everybody is saying that this right here is Terrifier. Terrifier and Art the Clown are 2 of the hottest names in horror right now. Everybody's been talking about it lately. The Terrifier slasher movies came out in a big way and really just shocked and surprised audiences with how far they were willing to take it. The low budget, low brow nature of the whole thing just really sells. Earlier in the year, we saw Damien Leone, the creator of Terrifier, actually having a public conversation on Twitter with the people at Halloween Horror Nights about wanting to bring a house to the event. As soon as we saw that, we knew it was only a matter of time before we would be getting this treat. I want to say that this is going to be one of the biggest IPs that we're going to have at the event this year, but I mean, man, just look at all the IPs we got on the board already. HHN 34 might be a banger year. Moving on to Tent 2, we've got a little astronaut guy. This is another one that we don't have a whole lot of speculation for, but I mean, come on, a Horror Nights haunted house built around space, they always hit. It's gonna be fantastic. Some people are saying that because we know we're getting something or anything from the Slaughter Sinema 2 house, that this very well could be cyborgs. Me personally though, I'm not too sold on that, because I think that this next one in Tent 1 absolutely has to be Hatchet and Chains, the demon bounty hunters. I mean, look at this icon for a second. The one that they gave us. Just really look at it and take it in, okay? Now look at the poster for Hatchet and Chains, the demon bounty hunters that they had in Slaughter Sinema 2 last year. I mean, come on. How are we arguing this? This is obviously what they're talking about here. And the Hatchet and Chains idea is such a cool one. I'm sure that this is going to be a really fun haunted house. Between the visceral terror that the demons will present and the insane hardcore action that we'll see from the bounty hunters, this is going to be a very entertaining haunted house. And the last thing that I'm going to be talking about over here on the Orlando side is that we have another little purple dot indicating a show coming to the event. The positioning of this purple dot definitely indicates to me that this is going to be a Lagoon show at that. The Lagoon shows have been missing from Halloween Horror Nights for a few years, and honestly, they weren't really around too long before they disappeared in the first place. But if you've had the pleasure of seeing one of these things, especially in person, then you know that this is a special experience. The first time I watched it, I thought, okay, what's the big deal? I mean, it's just water. Like, how cool can water really be? We're gonna stand here and watch water for 25 minutes? That's insane. And then after the 25-minute period was done and I had watched the show, I walked away in utter awe of the experience. These Lagoon shows are intensely cool. But now that we got Orlando out of the way, let's move on over to Hollywood and look at the rest of these houses. Starting first in the Oob venue, we believe that this is going to be Scream. And moving on up to the Persian venue, we have this little doll. I've seen speculation that this could indicate that we have another Monstros house coming to the event. The Monstros houses are always insanely cool. We've seen a few iterations of them already over in Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood, but it's one that doesn't really seem to get old. Much like other returning staples throughout the years, the Monstros legends have found something truly special and have utilized realized it to the full potential. They could keep making these houses for a while. They could keep bringing them on over to Orlando, and they'd keep having people in awe, I'm sure of that. Moving up to the Mummy, we're currently unknown what's going to be going here. Some kind of original, but we can't put our finger on what it could be just yet. In Soundstage 12, I believe that this could be The Conjuring, and in Soundstage 15, we're pretty sure that this is Fallout. The T-Pad is being relegated to Five Nights at Freddy's. When we squeeze on over to the Terror Tram, we see that this one's currently unknown as well. For H-Lot Tent 2, we've got Terrifier. And finally, something a little interesting to speculate on, in H-Lot T1, we have a little scarecrow hat. Much like the Monstrose houses, scarecrow-themed haunted houses also never get old at Horror Nights. From the myths and legends about them planting corn over in Orlando to the insanely cool scarecrow-themed haunted houses we've had over in both parks, it kind of seems like cornfields and scarecrows are just part of the event at this point. The only show over in Hollywood that we have any speculation on so far is that The Purge Dangerous Waters will be returning. And across both maps, the only scare zone that we've had any speculation on is this one right here with a picture of a bird. And I haven't really seen anybody saying what they believe that this could be. With such a blank slate on the drawing board, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's see what people are saying about it online. A user comments, "Any thoughts or speculation on the map, Mr. or Mrs. Pinhead?" And I know more than you responds. There are 4 properties, 3 IPs and 1 original that I am extremely confident in. They are all on this map. The rest fall into the somewhat likely to unlikely range in my opinion. Another user comments, "May I ask which of those 4 you're confident in? Rather, which you believe they will be?" And Pinhead responds, "It's too early for a reveal on my end. Universal is really cracking down on the leaks, so I prefer to be a little careful at the moment. But items have been actually seen that point directly to the existence of the 4. It's not just idle speculation." Ah yes, our elusive Mr. Pinhead, how we've missed you, man. So Mr. I Know More Than You is saying that he thinks that maybe 3 of the IPs and 1 of the originals on these spec maps he can guarantee are absolutely coming to the event this year. However, they say that they will not be giving up which ones of those they believe are true. Apparently, Universal has been cracking down a lot on these inside leaks as they've just been coming out of everywhere. With Legacy and I Know More Than You being the 2 insiders that I pay the most attention to, I've definitely noticed that Legacy has been a lot more loud than I Know More Than You recently. When I first started making these videos, especially last year, he was giving out a lot of juicy stuff, but right now he seems very reserved with the information he's willing to give out. Things like this give me hints that these guys definitely know more than they're supposed to. They're risking a lot and putting a lot on the line by giving us this information. Who knows whose jobs are in danger by them posting this stuff on Reddit. One user comments, "Considering the Hollywood spec map also has trash bags, magnifying glass, thumbs up, bloody film reel, and security camera, those are likely our rumored 5 IP houses. Trash bags for Terrifier and thumbs up for Fallout seem to be very likely. Camera for Five Nights at Freddy's also possible. From what we know, talks for it fell through early last year, but maybe they came around." I agree with this post, especially talking about how these are definitely going to be the IPs that are held on both coasts. Usually when we see on spec maps that similar icons are appearing on both maps, that normally means that those are the IPs and helps us narrow in what we're looking at. We'll see though, I don't know. I mean, like, Monstrose has been shared on both coasts, maybe we'll get surprised by something like that. Commenting with a picture of the film cells with blood coming from it, this user says, "I'm with most on this being a Scream house, but I wish it was a Silver Screams sequel just to have the Usher back." Hey man, I'm here for the Silver Screams Usher stuff. Rip from the Silver Scream was the first year that I got to attend HHN when I was a wee little lad, and getting to see retro stuff from my first year getting brought back is always fun for me. Fortunately for the masses though, I do believe that this is going to be Scream. There's been talk bouncing around back and forth whether or not it's going to be Scream 5 or 6, but I think it could be both. The rumors have been floating around for a while and are all but confirmed that Scream 7 is going to start taking a different approach from the series. It would make sense, it would be cool to see. A user writes, "I agree the film reel is definitely hinting at Scream 5. 5 film slots in the reel, but I don't understand why you would do Scream and Terrifier in the same year. 2 slasher films? Also, why didn't they use the icon to indicate an IP house, the film reels from last year?" Another user responds, "They've done 2 slasher IPs before in previous years in Freddy and Jason, or Jason, Freddy, and Leatherface. Halloween Horror Nights has even done 2 similar cabin-themed houses in Evil Dead 2013 and Cabin in the Woods before. It's not too out of the norm to have 2 similar themed IPs in the same year. In Spec Map version version 2, they'll mark which house has an IP or not. How do you feel about 2 slasher IPs coming to the event at the same time? Me personally, I'm a slasher head, so I love it. I'm here for it. I want to see it. But I understand the perspective that for some people that could feel a little bit tired. HHN does normally come with a lot of variety on the table, so how do you feel about that? This user posted, so I'm hearing rumors of additional houses, possibly Insidious again. Anyone else thinking that this is true? The 12 Rows post by Michael definitely makes me think that there's something to it. I wonder if our next spec map will have some additional houses. And yes, people, the 11 to 12 house rumor is still in the cards. We still have not received a new permit for the building that housed Insidious last year, and it could be coming back for a round 2. It wouldn't be the first time that Horror Nights has brought back a house in order to increase the house count. Rip Ride Rocket's done. That thing's gonna be gone for Horror Nights season, and we're gonna need something to eat up the crowds a little bit. The rumor for 11 to 12 houses is still on. Whether or not it'll actually come to fruition is neither here nor there. We'll just have to wait and find out. But unfortunately, that's all that I got for you guys today. I'm sure that more news about HHN is right around the corner though, so be sure to subscribe for more updates. The Horror Nights speculation season is such a fun chase, and we're already getting a lot to feast on here. Here on the channel, we've been following a lot of strings for a while now that's been adding up to what we're seeing here. So if you want to stay in the know and beat the next spec map, be sure to hang out on the channel for a little while. But as always, I've been Terror. If you enjoyed my video today, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content just like it, and be sure to send it over to a friend you think might enjoy it too. Feel free to browse my channel, you may find some other videos you enjoy as well. In the comments, be sure to let me know what your most anticipated house for HHN is this year. Has a big IP that you've been chasing already been ruled out this season? Or are you just happy to see Five Nights at Freddy's, Terrifier, and Scream on the list? There's a lot of cool things that we've been talking about coming, so it's really cool to see. Whether your day's been going good or bad today, I hope it gets better.